Aren't you tired of boring and predictable podcasts? Remember the movie Groundhog Day? Ugh. The only thing predictable about this show is that we're guzzling booze. Count on it. This is the Appleboys podcast. Appleboys.us. If it's NFTs, music festivals, sporting events, strip clubs, current events, or masturbation techniques. Did I read that right? There's more than one? Fueled by, but not sponsored by, Miller Lite. This is the Appleboys podcast. Now your hosts, Josh, Cory, Rob, and Jimmy. Rob has issues. Just saying, bro.
What do you call a man with no shins?
Why are we doing this?
Tony.
Just going straight into it, aren't we?
I've been on a kick the last few days. I don't know what it is. I've just been on a big dad joke kick. Got on the Dads on Dayquil Discord. We did a little dad joke concert, I guess you would call it.
That sounds fucking awful.
It was great.
That sounds like the worst concert I'd never want to be at.
It was great. What's up, everybody? I'm Josh from the Appleboys podcast. I'm here with Cory. What's up, Cory?
I have returned.
Welcome back. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. I had a great time.
We also have Rob here. What's up, Rob?
Hey, I'm Rob. I'm here. I always am. This is my house.
That's true. We do occasionally record other places, and there have been a few times when you haven't been here, but you are very consistent. We appreciate that.
Just like Morningwood.
Yep, that is also very consistent. I do not look forward to the day that my morning wood no longer happens.
It's a sad day.
Isn't it? Like, think about
How will you know when it's morning?
that day will come for us all.
You remember that episode of Beavis and Butthead where they were trying to figure out how morning wood happens?
I don't know if I saw that one.
And their theory was that there's a morning wood fairy that comes when you're asleep.
Oh,
and
I
just
do remember that.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah.
And they try and stay up all night to catch the morning wood fairy, and they eventually fall asleep, and then the morning wood fairy flies in and sprinkles, and they're like, whoa, it happened.
Oh. Yeah, it's good stuff. Jimmy's not here today.
Yeah, no Jimmy. He's party rocking.
Yep.
So, Cory,
So, Josh,
you have not been here in quite some time.
yes, I have been traveling the world
Yep.
of my hometown.
Yep. Your hometown? Or just
Well,
where you live now?
where I live, yeah,
Yeah.
not my not my hometown.
Yep. So there's been some things that I've been holding in. I haven't talked to you about it in person or on our phone calls or anything like that because I've wanted to talk to you about it, but I want the audience to hear about it as well.
Yep.
So you know that I went on vacation to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
While I was there, I got to see Top Gun Maverick
Nice.
in a format you have not seen it in.
Uh-oh. What is that?
So I saw Top Gun Maverick at Dave & Buster's in Myrtle Beach.
Is that a format?
It is a VR headset.
Oh,
Top Gun Maverick,
nice.
where they do the 215 scene.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
you get to actually shoot down planes.
That's what's up.
It was fucking awesome.
Did you get to do Good Morning Aviators too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
Is that at every Dave & Buster's?
I have no idea. I've only been
Oh,
to
man,
that
I
one.
hope so.
But
I really hope they have like stuff like that in the future that you can just do on your VR headsets at home. Because as far as I know, that stuff doesn't exist from like movies, and that would be cool.
I'm sure I can't imagine why they wouldn't. Like, you can look at the setup in Dave & Buster's, and they've got these motion seats that you're in, and you got the VR headset. But then, like, behind the back wall, behind the platform, you can see all the gaming computers they have set up that are running the different VR headsets. So it's just running on a PC. Like,
They just have an insane amount of money to pay for the rights.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
yep. But I wanted to, like, video myself through the entire process and call you and tell you what I was doing and all that stuff. But I said, you know what?
This would make for great content.
We need to talk about this on the podcast.
Everyone needs to know.
So was it as epic as I think it is?
It was pretty incredible.
Did you crash into the mountain?
No, but my nieces went with me went with us to the beach, and I did the Top Gun Maverick with one of my nieces, and she's the youngest one. I think she's 7 or 8, and she definitely crashed into the walls.
She couldn't keep up. I was flying like my life depended on it.
Yeah, it was fun though. We shot down some boats too.
How do you shoot down boats? Don't you just sink them?
Yeah, they go down when they sink.
I mean, he's got a point, man. Like, he's not wrong.
Speaking of boats, what do the movies Titanic and The Sixth Sense have in common?
I don't like where this is going.
Icy dead people.
We're just going to sprinkle these in throughout the episode.
Not on purpose, just when you cue me up.
Just when it happens naturally.
Unfortunately, you've got one for literally every scenario. You're like the goddamn Doctor Strange of dad jokes. So we should just stop now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you guys for listening. Happy.
How many situations do we find ourselves in where you don't tell another dad joke? Only one.
Yeah, just the one. It's the one where Rob makes him feel bad about it.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
No, it's not going to stop you.
Probably not. No, I'll never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Is Can't Stop, Won't Stop? Is that a Kanye thing?
No, that's Bad Boys for Life.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it? Can't stop, won't stop.
Certainly not a Kanye
We ride
thing.
together. We die together.
It's not Kanye.
Okay. I was just looking for a lead into the whole what's the guy that was filling in for Kanye? What's his name? Can't remember.
Oh, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Cudi was filling in for Kanye on stage.
Which is honestly, it's not obviously it's not ideal. It's not Kanye, but it's not a bad fill-in. Like,
Right.
It's not like they went from Kanye to, like, I don't know,
Like Race Remurd.
Lil Peep. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, he was on stage and people were throwing bottles and shit, just dumb people. And
That's mean.
he got on the mic and said, if anybody else throws another bottle up here, I'm leaving. And he said it like more meanly than that, but like they deserved it. And another bottle came flying and he walked off the stage.
I would too. That shit's kind of dangerous.
Yep. It's also like fucking rude.
Yeah, it's also mean.
Yeah. So, Cory,
Josh.
figured a good place to start tonight is we can talk about our restaurant experiences over the last little bit and then our concert experiences.
Oh, yeah.
So one night recently, Cory and I took our significant others as well as my children to a local brewery/restaurant. And I got there first with my son, who is 18 months old or so, 18 to 20 months old.
More than that, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be 2 in September, whatever that math's out to. Like 22 months. No,
Almost 23 months, but
whatever.
Are you good?
I'm just not good at math,
Okay, that's fine.
like situational math like this.
Boy, the time does fly.
My nearly 2-year-old son was with me, and no one else was there yet. And they have this new peach seasonal beer that I wanted to test out, see if it was any good. So, of course, I took my son to the bar. We sat down. I got him a Sprite, got myself a peach beer, had that. And then Cory and his... if it's a female, is she your beau or are you her beau?
I would be Herbo.
So what is she to you if
My
we're
bae.
using the same... Your bae? Is that... like, that feels too millennial.
I was gonna say peep.
No. Like, that's
My betrothed.
That's a thing. Like, you're someone's beau,
Yeah, I know.
right? But I don't think the female
think
version of
it's-
that is bae.
I think it's Babe.
No.
Bo and Babe. Pretty
No.
sure. Could be wrong. I don't know.
All right. Well, what?
We don't live in colonial times, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well, you are courting her.
Yes, we are betrothed.
Yes. So, anyway, your female beau and yourself,
Fembo.
you guys arrived, and we got our table. We
Yeah.
sat down, and my wife and daughter were a ways out yet. So our server came to the table and asked if she could take our drink orders. And Cory and I usually drink the same red amber type ale at this establishment. And I kind of looked at Cory and I was like, made the little hand gesture like, you want to split? And of course, we're talking about splitting a pitcher. And Cory gave me the affirmative, yes, we'll do that. So I asked the server, I was like, we're going to split a pitcher of Cherokee Red. And she asked to see both of our IDs. And then Cory's fiance orders a pint of the same beer. And then my son already had his Sprite that we brought from the bar, and we got 3 waters, right? So as she's about to walk away, she says, okay, 2 Cherokee Reds and 3 waters. Got it. Walks away. And Cory and I both kind of look at each other puzzled, like, maybe she's going to bring 2 pitchers, and that's okay. Like, we can handle that, that's okay. But, like, just the way she said it sounded weird. So she comes back to the table a few minutes later. She seemed a little busy. And she brings 2 pints of Cherokee Red. And she sits one down in between. Cory and I are on opposite sides of the table and also like diagonal. So we're not really close to each other. And I could tell she didn't really know where to sit it. So she like tried to sit it as close to dead center between us as possible and said, Cherokee Red for you 2. And then she handed one to Cory's fiance and said, Cherokee Red for you. And she started to walk away. And I was like,
Yeah.
No, Cory
I
stopped her.
flagged her and I was like, hey, we wanted to split a pitcher of Cherokee Red. She goes, oh, that makes way more sense. I'm so sorry.
She didn't start that way though. She was like, oh. And I was like, I bet you thought it was weird that we wanted to split a pint, didn't you? And she was like, I'm not here to judge. And
this actually happened.
yes.
Yeah, this is a real story.
This is real. And man, I wish the people that were listening could see the hand gesture that I'm about to make. But if you guys can imagine the hang loose hand gesture, everything she said was just like with a aw shucks.
You guys doing
hand.
good over here?
You guys good?
You guys all right?
You guys all right.
Just
so
pinky extended.
that's a pitcher. All right. Got it.
Pinky extended, thumb extended on each hand.
Yep.
Just
Rest of the fingers closed down.
Yeah, it's like
Back and forth motion like she's a choo-choo.
It's
if
hang
you're
loose.
Hang loose is if you like do the
Yeah,
shaky
and
shake.
she kind of did that as she was going back and forth.
So she's doing hang loose maracas.
Yeah.
kind of,
With
sort of.
both hands. Like a double hang loose maraca situation.
It was intense.
While she was bringing us a fucking pint of beer to split. We're like 800 pounds between us. What is going on here?
What?
To be fair, she was a fine server after that.
Yeah, I mean, she was fine.
But
I don't know that I would really
Not a
say
strong
that,
start.
though, because I'm fairly certain that our food sat under the heating lamp for like
that's fair.
30 minutes because I ordered a pizza and the cheese had like congealed. Maybe that's the wrong word, but it was like clearly not freshly out of the oven at all. Kind of disgusting, actually. Screw that.
Because the bartender there poured me the wrong beer one time. And I was like, hey, I wanted the red. And he goes, oh, okay. And like he just picks up the pitcher and puts it in the fridge. Like I think they're like real stringent about their pours there.
I don't like that.
That's kind of gross. Although, based on the pricing that they have for at least some of their beer, I'd say there's probably good reason.
Yeah,
for
man.
that.
If you go in the middle of the week at happy hour, you can get a pitcher for like $8.
Yeah, Josh and I realized that. We were like,
This is dangerous.
Wait a minute. How much are these right
This
now?
is cheaper than a Miller Lite
Yeah,
pitcher
like
at Applebee's.
Yeah,
What's going on?
These are $7 right now. Like for how long? Until 9 p.m. Like,
Well, no, it was until like 5.
no, it's till 9 p.m.
No, it's not.
It is, I assure you.
He assured you.
Okay.
Don't look at him like that.
Okay.
I have frequently been like, what? They're like, yeah, 4 to 9 Monday through Thursday, $7 Cherokee Red pitchers.
It has gone up because of inflation. I think it's like 11 now. It's still cheap, but it's higher now.
How do we go from
Whatever.
7 to 11? So
7-Eleven.
Here's my thing about
Because they
inflation.
acquired Speedway.
Okay. Don't pass that shit on to us. What the fuck? We will not go to your establishment. I didn't go anyways, but I was going to. But if it's $11 pitcher, I don't know about that.
That's still pretty cheap.
Also, as far as inflation goes, these companies passing off inflation charges to the general consumer is fucked up. You can go fuck yourselves.
What else are you going to do with inflation charges?
Eat it.
No.
You can afford it.
Yet you still want more money to work in the factories.
Well, yeah. I don't understand.
Where do you think that money comes from, buddy?
Well, it should come from like CEO paychecks that are making more than 100 times more than like the factory workers.
We're gonna have a socialist commentary now.
Nope.
Sure, what it's feeling like.
Nope.
Got
Capitalism,
got
baby.
some Karl Marx hair going on up there, bud.
I don't think he was a socialist.
No. Also, this is why I like it when Jimmy's here.
I'm Switzerland in this. I think that I agree that distribution of wealth and pay should be more equitable.
What an odd transition we just had there.
But I also believe that, man, if you hustle and you make it and you hit all the right breaks, you should be able to be rewarded infinitely for it. Like, the market will bear what the market can bear.
Truth.
Well, we're about to see exactly how much the market can bear.
I think it's gonna.
It's gonna
reach a tipping point.
It's gonna turn into a bear pretty quick.
Yep.
I mean, we're already there. It's how bare it's going to be.
Yep. So we just made a pretty hard zig, as Cory alluded to. Now let's zag back to Sunday. What happened on Sunday?
So Sunday, we my fiance went out of town to a Las Vegas for a convention for her work.
Where did she stay? The Wynn?
The Wynn.
Yeah, that looked pretty dope. Like, she sent us some pictures. She was repping for the brand, had Miller Lite, and
she it's real nice. She's gone there a few times, and they apparently have like the automated shades and all that kind of stuff in the room. It's pretty swanky.
Yeah, you sound pretty jaded about the experience.
Whatever.
Okay,
I didn't go.
That's
wasn't
because
for me.
We had big plans on Sunday.
We sure did.
What'd you guys do?
We went to a musical,
Anastasia,
It was delightful.
and immediately left from there to head to
To go to a metal show.
a metal show to see Avatar.
We made it just in time. We missed like 2 songs.
Yep.
Like The Last Airbender?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
So the evening started at a local chicken and beer establishment in downtown.
Okay, I'm aware of this.
Yep. And Cory and I got there before. So we have these season tickets for the Broadway stuff, and this was the last of those shows. So Cory's fiance's ticket was up for grabs. So my wife's friend went with us. So it was me, my wife's friend, and Cory. And we arrived at the chicken and beer place before them and decided to go ahead and get started with the beer consumption. So Cory and I pounded a couple quick ones, and
I like that you said it like that. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Then they arrived and pounded a couple more, and
As is customary.
so by the time we get to Anastasia, we got a decent little buzz going. This is all downtown, so you walk from the restaurant to the theater, and
Which, by the way, at the restaurant, we discovered this delightful cider out of California by Ace Cider Company. It's a mango guava cider.
it was really
That sounds
good.
nice.
It was delicious. It just tasted like fucking orange juice. It was
did.
so dangerous.
Wow. All right.
So I actually forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no, that shit was great. Like, we ordered it, and our waitress was like, "Oh, that's like my favorite."
Yeah, why didn't you say that the first time?
It's like,
when we were
"Oh,
looking
well,
at the menu?
yeah." How about when we were looking at the beer menu, you were like, "This one's my favorite. You should try it."
Yep. Anyway, we get to the theater and we got a pretty decent buzz going, and we knew, both of us, that we wanted to drink at the metal show.
And we also knew, at least I knew anyway, that if I was going to be able to make it through the rest of the evening, that I had to get a little something extra in my system at the show. Otherwise, I was going to Disney all over again.
Did you guys do Coke without me?
We didn't. No, we didn't do any illicit drugs. The thought process was, if we don't drink during this Anastasia show, then we're going to get
crash
sleepy,
hard.
We're going to crash.
Oh, I see.
And we're not going to be able to get back up.
Because we're both
Yeah.
old men, and
Yeah.
we go to bed very early normally.
Yep.
I gotcha. Okay.
So I walk into the theater, and we go to the bar, and I say, can I go ahead and order 2 Miller Lights? And they said, sure. So I got 2, and they're in the plastic cups, but they're like 20 ounces. So they're decent-sized cups. So I got 2 of those, drinking those, get to our seats, finish those pretty quickly. I'm getting the judgy eyes from my wife at this point, but I'm trying to like shake it off. Like, I got a lot going on tonight. I can't be deterred.
Just try to shake off the judgment. Just
Yeah.
Gotta fight through the pain.
Well, so just before intermission, I had to pee, and it wasn't going to wait. I also kind of wanted to beat the crowd. So I had, like, Cory was on the aisle seat. I had Cory get up so I could get out. I go use the bathroom, and I decided, you know what, fuck it. I need 2 more. So I walked downstairs. We're in the balcony. I walked downstairs, get 2 more Miller Lights, and I was trying to decide, do I want to, like, just crush these, or do I just want to man up?
Just own it.
And so I decided to own it. So I walked back in, intentionally did not make any eye contact with my wife. I sat down beside her, and I could feel her eyes like piercing into my soul. But we're in the middle of a fucking play, so she's not going to lecture me like while the play's going on. So she just kind of had to sit there. And so we go through intermission and get to the end of the play, and I had to pee again at the end of the play. So I go to do that, and I guess she told Cory, like, she pulled him aside and said,
So as we were going to the bathroom, she was like, hey, you take care of Josh tonight. And I was like, okay.
yeah, she knew. She knew.
So let me make sure that I'm doing the math correctly here. So this was all of these beers were during intermission. Is that what you're saying?
No, not all of them.
Two I got before the show started.
Okay.
So I had 2 during the first half of the show.
Okay.
And then just before intermission, I went to go pee, and I got 2 more. So I had 4 at Anastasia, roughly 20 ounces each.
Throughout the full length.
Yeah,
of
that's all I
Anastasia.
had for Anastasia. And it was a 2-hour show.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got 2 double vodka, like Romanov Fizz, they called them. And it was basically a Moscow Mule.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was delicious.
So the way I was hearing this is all of this happened during intermission, and I thought that you did Edward 40 Hands at Anastasia during intermission, and I was like, okay,
My man.
yeah. On one hand, my man. On the other hand, like, I understand the wife situation.
No. I had 2 at the beginning and then 2 roughly during intermission. So we leave Anastasia, and I'm still feeling pretty good.
We parked very strategically, by the way.
It was good. We need to do that.
Yeah,
we need to remember that for next season.
Yeah, that's just where I need to park always.
Yeah, we got out of that parking garage lickety split.
Have they announced the lineup for next season?
They did.
Yeah, Hamilton will be here,
That's the big one.
and then the rest of them kind of suck. Cats is going to be here, but they haven't announced whether it's the butthole edition or the no butthole edition, and that is dramatically going to affect my opinion of it.
Sure, of course.
I am pro butthole.
They also are doing
I am also pro butthole.
I mean, how can you not be? I'd
course.
like for our listeners to comment whether they are for the butthole version of Cats or the no butthole version of Cats. You can hit us up on any of our socials at Appleboys Pod or on Discord at discord.gg.
It would certainly make it more interesting, without a doubt. I've never seen Cats. I have no opinion one way or the other.
I mean, I haven't seen Cats either, but I heard it was really bad. However, I also know that they cut the buttholes from the film very, very, very briefly before it went to air. And I also know that Taylor Swift is in that film.
Yep.
So if you add those things together,
You could see Taylor Swift's butthole.
release the butthole cut.
Can you imagine being at...
Wasn't Seth Rogen in that movie too, though?
No, the fuck he wasn't. There's no way. I think Morgan Freeman was, though.
Can you imagine
Oh, yeah.
being at a Broadway show and you're seeing the butthole version of Cats and you see some like 85-year-old man with his binoculars in the balcony just like zoomed in, and he's just following a cat around looking at his like starfish on its ass.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Memers would
Memers would
fit in?
Memers would blow it up because Memers has 2 buttholes.
It's a double butthole.
Wow.
So
I'm so sad you cut that from that episode, by the way.
Release the butthole cut.
when the cat's butthole cut gets released, so will the Appleboys butthole cut.
I didn't realize that we were referencing things that aren't released. Sorry, guys.
I didn't either. I can't remember what we've released and what we haven't. I
just remember Josh talking about editing that episode and him just gut laughing from his office at one point. And his wife comes in and says, "What's so funny?" And he goes, "They're talking about how beavers got 2 buttholes."
Yeah. I was talking to somebody last night about the evolution of our show, and I listened back to some of the early episodes and some of the things that we cut out of those episodes. And then I listened to some of the newer episodes and the things that we leave in. And we have gotten much looser in our moderation. And by we, I mean me. Like, we leave some wild shit in there.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know. I can't believe that Jubin stayed in.
Yep.
One of my proudest moments.
Oh, I'm sure. Anywho.
But next season also includes Jesus Christ Superstar,
Oh, okay.
which I've heard is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Don't know what that is.
So I've seen the movie, and it's a musical movie, and it's basically this kid that's like struggling to fit in, and it's about his struggles. It's fine.
Okay.
And then there's Tootsie, which I'm pretty excited to see.
Okay.
And then whatever the Temptations musical, that one's coming too. I don't remember what it's called, but it's about the Temptations.
They haven't announced the full slate for the following season, but they have announced the headliner that season will be Wicked.
Very exciting.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Man.
No, Idina Menzel will not be a part of the production.
I know.
You looked at me expectantly.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, your eyes puppy dogged up, and you're like, "Is Idina going to be there?"
No, because I knew that she wasn't. Okay, so I looked at you and was like, but immediately was like, "There's no fucking way."
No.
Yeah.
I'm finally going to have to end my boycott of Wicked.
Wicked is probably my favorite musical.
If you end your boycott of Wicked, would that be you defying gravity?
Haha.
That's a song from the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So anyway, Cory parked strategically. We got out of the garage quickly, and we drove to the venue for the metal show to see Avatar.
Which is like 3 miles away from downtown.
Yeah.
So
it's in an old Kmart building that has been repurposed as a concert venue, which
actually
was pretty
really
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
it's a really
sounded
nice
good
venue,
in there.
actually.
It was really cool. Like, it worked out. But the show, Anastasia, started at 7. And like we said, it was about 2.5 hours long. The Avatar show started at like 8, but they had bands coming up first, openers. That's what that's called.
Yes.
So
Josh has
Supporting
been
acts.
to many concerts in his day.
Yeah, let me tell you.
I've been to many concerts. I am very, very experienced.
Which apparently we didn't miss a lot there. My brother was at the show as well, and he was texting me. He was like, Callous Cowboys sucked.
Oh, really?
Which was the opener, which I'd never heard of them before. No one really has. OTEP was supposed to be there.
O-Town?
OTEP.
Josh was stoked. He was
Yeah,
like,
he was
"Fuck,
like,
we missed
"Fuck,
O-Town?"
God damn it, we should have skipped Anastasia.
Yeah.
That part's not wrong. I did kind of wish we skipped Anastasia.
Was it not good?
I thought it was fine. Like, it's not the best that we've seen.
I've
For
seen
sure.
I've seen the Disney cartoon.
But Josh
not
also,
Disney.
like, loved Rent, so
Rent is
Rent's-
the best Broadway show of all time, so shut the fuck up, Corey.
it isn't.
Second best.
No, it's not even top 5.
Ooh. What's your top 5?
I mean, so I really liked Sweeney Todd. Really enjoyed it.
The
Real
Demon
good.
Barber of Fleet Street.
Okay.
Real good. Mean Girls that we saw this year was really, really good.
Okay.
Hairspray was probably the best one we've seen this year.
Okay.
Stomp was great.
Are you going to say Blue Man Group next?
No, I've never seen Blue Man Group.
I've
Actually,
seen them 3 times. They're awesome.
I've heard that. It's never worked out. I was gonna go see them when they were here, but tickets were real fucking expensive. I was like, ugh, what about that?
Blue Man's always very expensive. I grew up in Vegas, and they are on, like, they have a residency there, or they did when I was growing up. And
I think they still do.
well, either way, like you would go see like a Cirque du Soleil show, and that was like $70-$80, which was like, yeah, I mean it's a decent price for a show. Blue Man Group was like $220.
Shoot, dang.
Yeah, it was very, very expensive.
But
Costs
then,
a lot of money to have that paint every time.
I guess so.
And then Wizard of Oz rounds out my top 5.
So Wizard of Oz, top 5. Wicked, no.
So I've had this argument with my fiance many times.
You've also talked about it on the show. Were you not? You were here when he was talking about Wicked, right?
I don't know.
Say it again, Corey.
So my fiance has always had a similar opinion because Wizard of Oz is like one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite musicals, period. And I have like no desire to see Wicked because I'm like, fuck that. Wicked Witch of the West is a cunt. She doesn't need to be humanized, doesn't need to be sympathized. She sucks, period. My fiance, one of her favorite movies is Sleeping Beauty. And she and I went to go see Maleficent in theaters. And when we left that, she was like, didn't like that. The humanized Maleficent. She's a cunt. Doesn't need to be sympathized, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's the Wicked argument. That's my point about Wicked.
I mean, fair to an extent, but like your favorite movie is Wizard of Oz?
No, it's one of my favorite movies. What?
Agreed.
That's a from me.
Me
Really?
too. It sucks.
Yeah.
Get out of here, buddy.
Wizard of Oz reminds me of like when I was like 4 and I was at my
Yeah.
grandparents and they were, oh, okay, you had a good childhood. I see.
Rob was being
Locked in a cage and molested, apparently.
Just locked in a cage and here's fucking Wizard of Oz again.
Here's some slop.
Yeah.
Chuck it in through the cage.
You're not in
explodes.
Kansas anymore, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Robert had a beard back then, too. He's just got Spam all up in it. Just,
Yeah, just sobbing into my Spam beard.
Yeah. So we get to Kmart to
Don't
see.
knock it till you fry it.
We got to Kmart.
We get to Kmart to see Avatar, and I genuinely haven't been to like a legitimate concert, like a music concert, in a really long time. It's been multiple years.
Well, you're welcome.
And it's not because I don't like going to concerts. It's just, it hasn't for a very long time been a priority for me. Like I haven't prioritized it over really anything else. We get in, we take a quick peek at the merch table, we get a lay of the land. I find the bar. And Corey told me that he had just gone to a show at this venue like a night or two before.
It was the night previous. I missed the podcast because I was at the Voltaire concert.
That's
Because
right.
I'm an elder goth.
You're the
apparently.
elder goth. He hasn't even listened to the episode right now. So as we're recording, it's Saturday, July 23rd. It's about 11 p.m. Eastern. Corey has not yet listened to last week's episode, even though I asked him to because I told him I had a special message for him in the episode.
It's in there somewhere.
But we were testing something before the episode, so he got to hear the very beginning of it and heard us call him an elder goth.
What can I say? They're my people. So when I was at the show on Saturday, I walked in. I went to this show by myself, the Voltaire concert, that is. So I was like, well, fuck it. I may as well just get real drunk. So walk up to the bar. Start off, double fisted Miller Lights. They have $5 Miller Lights All Boys. So I was like, all right, cool. That's fine. $5, no problem. I'm drinking my Miller Lights at a table with another goth kid. And
With another goth kid.
yeah, he was just like sitting there by himself. I'm like, hey, is it cool if I sit here? And I'm wearing my I Believe in Jim Jones shirt where Jim Jones is scratched out and it says Amigo the Devil underneath it. And he like looks up. He's like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. And then pretty gothy, you know.
But internally, he had sunshine and rainbows like, this guy wants to be my friend. I
Something.
love him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I sit down and I'm drinking my beers and I look over at the menu and I notice that they have like the name of the beer, how many ounces you get, and the price. And it's like, 16 ounces, $5, 16 ounces, $5, so on and so forth. In the craft section, they have Dogfish Head Sea Quench, which I like. It's like a sour. It's like a lime and salt sour beer. It's in a 19-ounce can for $6. I'm like,
So you're doing some math here and you're like, that's the way.
I'm like, wait a minute. I can have better, more flavorful beer.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
It's fine.
Whoa.
Miller Lite is Old Faithful. It's always there, everywhere you go, except Orlando, apparently.
It's just a different kind of beer.
I can track with you when you say more flavorful, but using the word better there, fuck you.
It's just a different experience.
But anyway,
Better is a strong word.
it's higher ABV.
Barely. It's 4.5%.
It's higher ABV.
Barely. So is it better at getting you drunk dollar per ounce Yes.
I mean, if you drink, if it's $5 or $6, it's not, but it is more flavorful. So,
and it's larger.
Yeah. Well, wait, how much is a tall boy? 16 ounces?
16, yeah.
All right, so it's real close. I'm not going to do the math there.
Yeah, no, you don't need to.
All right.
Like, it's higher ABV and it's a larger can.
Yeah, it's real close.
Yeah.
But it's not better.
It's
Whatever.
a different experience.
I was like, well, fuck yeah. So then I started double fishing.
Yep. That's what he was doing. He's double fishing.
Double fishing.
Oh, honey, get the glove. It's time for some double fishing tonight.
Would you like me to fish you?
My God.
So, time out for 1 second.
What is that noise for?
That's the fish noise, you know?
Just for one moment. Pre-show,
I thought we were just Dutch.
we were commenting about the fact that Jimmy has discussed bringing in a new computer chair to swap out for his existing computer chair because he likes the one he has here better than the one he has at home, and he's in the one at home more often, so he wants to bring that in, but it's a bigger chair. And Rob's office is not a tiny room, but it's not huge either. And the chair that Jimmy is talking about bringing in is a bigger chair. And so Rob made the comment about, like, well, yeah, just make the fucking no space room even no spacier.
That's exactly what I said, word for word.
Cory said this room wouldn't feel so small if you would just move that big fucking table that you have over there. And Rob said, but it holds all my things.
Then where would I put my things?
That's exactly what I said.
In the same voice that just happened in whatever the fuck that exchange was, Cory's like,
But where would my trinkets go?
Yeah. Yeah, Cory fucking had a ball with that one.
yeah. So for context, we may put this on Twitter or in Discord or something, a picture of it, but
No, you won't.
this table,
No, the fuck you won't.
this table that Rob has over here is just like a catch-all. It's just there's a random microphone. There's a Oculus VR headset that was used like 3 times after he bought it and has not been used since.
I've been injured.
Even though it's from what I've heard,
What is your injury? have to
the
do with
optimal way to watch porn,
It's great.
but he doesn't use it. And there's a Febreze can. There's
Oh, shit. That's pledge.
empty beer cans from ages long past.
Okay, I don't know why why are we doing this? What's going on?
I'm saying your trinkets aren't really trinkets.
This was all going back to fishing.
We just need to clean up.
Yeah, I don't see how this has to do with fishing.
It's just the voice. It made me think of it.
Was ist das, motherfucker?
It triggered a memory.
But anyway, I started double fisting Dogfish Head Sequench and doing that at the Voltaire show. Had a great time. It's just a goth sing-along, basically, for the whole time. And I told Josh about this Dogfish Sequench that they have for $6 for 19-ounce cans. So that's what I bought at the Avatar show. He started off with a Miller Lite.
For the brand.
Took a picture. Probably posted it to Twitter, presumably.
It's on there.
Nice.
And then he was like,
Twitter.com/Appleboys.
and then he was like, you know what? I'm going to
Sorry.
try this Sequench thing. And he goes and he grabs a Sequench and he comes back and he takes a sip of it and he looks at me and he goes with the OK symbol, like, this is pretty good.
It was good. I alternated for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay.
I did.
That's fine.
So
At any point were you double fishing?
No, I only ordered one at a time,
Okay.
which was a good plan
yeah,
because I probably had another 7 or 8 beers at the Avatar show, and I was already like, I wasn't hammered when I walked in.
He wasn't
But
Orlando.
it didn't take much for me to get hammered.
He wasn't Orlando, Josh.
Oh, Orlando Josh was a good time.
I was very powerful in Orlando.
But he did look at me at some point and said, this is like top 5 drunkest I've been in my life.
I did not.
Yes, you absolutely did. And you're like, I'm going to go get in the pit.
I was pretty drunk. So that's the key. That's the key to the story. So I haven't been to a real concert in a long time, and we're getting toward the end of the show, and I'm watching this pit, and Cory has alluded to this before, but he's had experiences in the pit very similar to my last experience in the pit prior to the Avatar show, where there is the guy in the pit that's wearing the like combat boots and the cutoff shorts and no shirt. And he's like stomping around with hate in his eyeballs and his heart, just looking to cause mayhem and destruction. Like he's there to fight. And the last time I was in a pit, that guy was there and he was hurting me, both physically and emotionally.
You dealing with some trauma through this concert?
Yeah. So I decided at that moment that I was not on board for future pit endeavors. But we're at the show and I'm watching the pit, and it could be a product of the band. It could be a product of the age and the way millennials pit.
You were really enjoying the concert, by the way.
I was.
Yeah.
I was having a great time.
Because Avatar is great, and Johan is a fucking awesome frontman.
They were good. Yeah, he was. I was impressed. He had a lot of charisma. He was the perfect blend of like funny and wholesome and
and terrifying.
It's just it was really good. Like he had the crowd and he had me. I was in his pocket. But I'm watching this pit, and the Kmart was like a polished concrete floor, right? So
yeah,
no carpet to be found, no traction.
Yeah, no shit.
Right? And so the pit kind of stayed in the same area the entire time. There's a few guys without shirts on, and they've been kind of moshing throughout the whole time, but it's a pretty tame pit by all standards that I like of shows that I've been to. There weren't that many people participating. None of them looked exceptionally violent. None of them were huge. Like it looked like something I could maybe handle, especially at the state that I was in, like my level of drunkenness.
he was feeling like Jackie Chan in The Legend of Drunken Boxer or whatever it was called.
Oh man, what a great film.
So I don't remember everything, but I remember looking at Cory and being like, how many more songs do you think we like? Can you let me know when we're getting close to the end? Because I think I want to go in this mosh pit. And Cory tells me like, hey, we're like last 3 songs. They're closing it out, right? And so I hand Cory my phone and my AirPods and my shirt that I bought from the merch stand for $40 fucking that I'm wearing right now, by the way. It's a nice shirt.
You
It's
are.
a cool shirt, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. All right. So the concrete floor detail is important, and the guys with no shirts detail is important because they've been moshing for a while. They've been sweating all over the floor. I get into the pit area, and it's like I step onto an ice rink. It's so slippery. There's no traction whatsoever. And I had shoes on that were not tractionless, but they're not like hiking boot grippy shoes, right? So I'm sliding around. I don't have the best balance anyway because I'm not fully sober. In fact, I'm sober opposite.
My favorite state.
And I was in the pit for approximately 3.7 seconds before I was on my fucking ass. Because the first moment that anyone touched me, I like slid George Jetson style and just like fucking fell down. And luckily, they helped me back up. And Cory and I remember the next part differently. I remember getting up and just like moshing for a little bit, right? I'm in the pit. I'm moving around. I'm pushing some people. I definitely pushed some people. Whether I was in the middle or not, Cory says I kind of moved toward the outside after I fell down. I believe I was still in the middle. I believe I was still walking through there. Pushed some people around, got pushed around a little bit, didn't fall down a second time. Had a great time. But also remembered like, Josh, this is why you don't get in the pit. You're 36 years old. You're out of shape. You don't do this.
So yeah, you definitely just immediately went to the edge and started pushing. Like you did push people, I'll give you that, but it was not from the middle. I can assure you.
I walked through the middle a couple times, like to get to other sides. And in the process of walking from one side of the edge of the circle to the other, pushed some people, got pushed back a little bit.
There's some pushing
Just
going
being
on.
more careful.
Okay,
Don't take this from me.
we'll go with that. That's fine.
I moshed, Cory. You didn't get in the fucking pit.
No, I don't get in pits, period, anymore.
Right.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're a fucking pussy.
that's fine. You gonna go to the Cannibal Corpse show?
Your friend Curtis was like, is he actually going to do this? He's going to die. What is he doing? Why is he going in there?
My
Curtis was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Curtis was there.
everybody was there except for you. You didn't go.
Wait. Like Curtis?
Yeah, Kurt.
From.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some other guy I didn't know. I didn't know that one guy. That I was talking to.
That's Mike. That's one of my brother's friends.
Yeah, fuck Mike.
Yeah. No, he was a good guy.
If you're listening, I love you, Mike. If you're not listening, fuck you.
Yeah, we should all go to the Cannibal Corpse show.
I already bought my tickets. I'm going.
How much were they?
$30.
All right.
Worth it.
Why don't you buy 2 more tickets?
I have an extra ticket already.
Rob, you buy 2 tickets for you and Jimmy. I will use Corey's extra ticket, and we will go have party.
I'll probably buy 3.
It's December. Oh yeah, for the girlfriend.
Yeah.
What about Jimmy's girlfriend?
4.
I can't wait.
Or maybe you buy 2 and Jimmy buy 2.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, I wanted to see the Neck live for so long.
Who's the neck?
George Corpse Grinder, the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse.
I've never heard of these people.
How have you never heard of
Yeah,
Cannibal Corpse?
I've never heard of Avatar either. Like,
That's
Well,
less
Avatar is
surprising.
reasonable.
Yeah, Avatar is not like,
Cannibal Corpse is like,
They're like iconic.
yeah.
do they play them on the local top 40 station?
Definitely not.
No.
That's
like-
where I discover my music, my guy.
Forever? That's where you discovered your music forever. Since the 80s.
And
Yeah.
Friends.
Since the 80s.
Yeah.
You guys were born in the. Oh, shit, you were.
Yes. We're old,
Fuck
motherfucker.
you, Rob.
I was born in 96.
I'm so young.
I wasn't born in 96, you ass.
I was born in 94.
No.
What, 95?
93. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'll fished you.
Nice. Hey, so this is very off topic, but I did some math here, and I want to know if this math is correct. Okay, it makes sense in my head, but I want to know. So we've been drinking White Claw Surge tonight, which is different from what we normally drink.
It's also pretty gross.
I like this.
It's not bad.
It's
It's
pretty
better
good.
than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
It's fine. It's fine.
So White Claw Surge is 8% in terms of alcohol content
By volume.
by volume. So in my head, to determine what this is in terms of shot percentage, because that's how I meter how much I'm drinking. If you take, this is a 12-pack, we're splitting it 3 ways, so we're going to have 4 apiece, right? So 4 times, 12 ounces at 8%, so it's essentially equivalent to 1 12-ounce beverage at 32% alcohol, right? Because so listen. So 4
Is
times
this
12.
the Scott Steiner shit right now?
No, just listen. Look, this may not make sense. Just hear me out, okay? So
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. I've worked in retail a long time, and you sound like the fucking retard that says, hey man, this is 50% off, and it says take an extra 50% off. So that means it's free, right?
Okay.
That's what you sound like.
No. Listen.
In
All
a
right.
normal head-to-head competition, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But when you go against me, you got at best 25% chance of winning. So I got a 75% chance of winning. But now we're in a 3-way. So that means you got, at best, a 33 to 30% chance of winning.
All right, listen. Listen. Okay, this makes sense in my head. Let me do the math. All right, out loud. And I want you guys to let me know, okay? So this is 8%. All right. We're having 4 of these apiece. There are 12 ounces in this can. So 4 times 12 is 48 at 8%. However, if you divide by 4 and then multiply the other side by 4, you get 12 ounces at 32%. A shot is 1.5 ounces. If you divide 1.5 by 12, you get 8 shots. A normal alcohol beverage is 80 proof or 40% alcohol, which is 20% less than 32. So you take 20% away from 8 and you get 6.4. So we're doing 6.4 shots. Does the math check out or not?
I'll go back to my...
See, when you throw Kurt Angle in the mix.
Listen, I think it makes sense. I need to know.
You got a 33 to 30% chance of winning. But when you're facing up against me, you get less than that. So I take his 33 to third and his 33 to third. That gives me 66 2/3 chance of winning. You had that to my 75% chance of winning. I got a 143% chance of winning.
You're right, Rob. We are taking 14 shots per beer.
That's not what I said.
Your math is spot on, buddy.
That's not what I said.
14 shots per White Claw Surge.
Got a fucking beautiful mind sitting next to me over
Incredible.
here.
Incredible,
That's
Rob.
not what I said.
Russell Crowe is sitting right across from us. It's a beautiful mind. I can see the numbers above your head. They're just like percolating.
All right, listen. You guys are making fun of me, but I think I'm right.
All right. Twitter, we're going to need you to sort this out. Is Rob right or is he not? Let us know at Appleboys Pod.
And if you haven't seen that Scott Steiner clip that I'm referring to, you need to look that shit up. It's so funny.
I'm probably going to forget to do it because I often say things on the show like we'll link it in the show notes, then I don't.
Just
but
look
if
on,
I think about it.
If you look
I'll
on
link it in the show
literally
notes.
any social media platform, if you follow any meme page, you've seen it.
I think I've seen it. It reminds me of the cream will rise to the top.
Oh man, what a great quote.
Yeah.
Macho Man. Mwah, chef kiss. My
Yeah.
God.
By the way, one, your throat did the thing. Which is
I know,
really
it
funny.
does it every time. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
Two, end of an era for WWE.
Vince McMahon retiring.
At 77, yeah. So when I was growing up, I was very into it. I think as most
male
yeah
children are.
yeah. When Eddie Guerrero died, I think I lost interest. But
I watched Owen Hart die.
wow, yeah. Well,
I did too. I was watching that live. No, it wasn't Owen. Owen's still alive. It was Brett.
No, Brett is very much alive. It was Owen.
Owen was the zipline guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
smashed his
Owen.
face into the turnbuckle or whatever.
He was
the post.
he fell off a zipline.
Yeah, and smashed his face on the pole.
I thought that was Brett.
No, Brett is very much alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this another Mandela effect thing?
No, it's
No,
not.
no,
this is
you're
just facts. You're just wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I wasn't going to talk about this, but I think now I'm going to bring up something that's going to potentially alienate and trigger the extremely liberal side of our audience.
Oh, I'm fucking stoked. Let's go.
So I want to talk for just a moment about how biological gender, affects personalities in children. So
Okay.
I am not a person who has a problem with transgender people or people who identify as something other than what they are biologically. Like, you do you. I am very much in the Ben Harper, like, if you're not causing any harm, then it's all right with me. You know,
And I'm going to burn
one
down.
down.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in that camp. But I have a daughter who is 6, and I have a son that's almost 2, and they are very, very different humans. And I know that this is what we would call anecdotal evidence. It's a small sample size, so it's not really fair to extrapolate this across an entire population. But my daughter, her entire life, has had a natural tendency toward girly things. And I put up the air quotes for those of you who can't see me, which is all of you who are listening, except for Cory and Rob. So
we can see you.
yeah, she's been into things that are typically considered feminine. Like, she's into wearing pretty dresses and dancing like in a very beautiful and elegant way, and nail polish and makeup and fancy hair things. And some of that maybe is influenced by the environment, right? So like her mom and her, like my wife's friend, who we call like her aunt, even though she's not technically her aunt, you know, like they want to dress her up and things like that. So maybe that has something to do with it, but she's always taken to that very well, where my son has not, right? And my son does things that are just all boy, right? So today, I had my son this morning as my wife and daughter went to a birthday party, and I'm trying to keep him occupied because he very much likes my wife more than me. And so he was asking for mommy incessantly. So I was trying to find ways to entertain him. Took him outside. We were going to go on a walk, but he saw the leaf blower and he said, "Leaf blower?" So he knows what it is. He's pointing at it. And I'm like, yeah, we can play with a leaf blower, right? It's an electric leaf blower. I put the battery in it. This lawn season, I've paid a company to mow my yard, so I haven't used this leaf blower in a while. It's normally something I do on my own. I've been very busy with other things. And so anyway, get the leaf blower going, and he's just fucking loving it. Like, he is on cloud nine. I've never really seen him as happy. And so I have these videos that I took today of me like blowing his face with the leaf blower, and his hair's like going back in the wind, and then he's holding the leaf blower and blowing it and things like that. And then we see a garbage truck go by, and he just fucking loves big trucks and excavators and dump trucks and stuff like that. My daughter had no interest in any of that kind of stuff growing up. He just like is naturally drawn to it. But then the creme de la creme of this example, all of this happened today, like Saturday, July 23rd. All of this happened today. So I'm at work, and my wife sends me a video, and I sent it to Corey. He didn't respond.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to show it to both Corey and Rob.
I would have responded immediately, just so you know.
Thank you, Rob. I'll send it to you next time.
You are such a bootlicker.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
I actually meant to send it to all three of you. I hit send on Corey's, and then I got immediately tied into an issue. But I will show it to you as well. And so on my back porch.
Not to mention, I got an Android, so it's just going to be shitty quality anyway.
That's true.
True.
Oh, don't watch it right now. Hang on. Let me tell you about the video first. Put your phone away.
Watch it.
Put your phone away. Let me tell you about it first.
Put it away. Put it away.
So
He's going to tell you about it.
So my son is buck naked on the back porch, free for all of our spying neighbors to watch him. He's got a hose between his legs turned on, and he's like spraying the hose around. And if you turn the sound on the video, he says he's riding a horsey, but he's just like spraying water from the hose like it's his dick. Horsey. So this is probably not as fun for you guys. I don't really think this is one I can post on Twitter. There is no nudity, but it's very close because he's buck naked. Show the video to Rob real quick. I want to live react.
Did he tuck it? What do you mean?
Just watch. Keep watching. You see how he does the up and down thing? Like you can't teach that.
Yeah, you're clearly his father.
Clearly, like maybe that comes from me, but I didn't. Like he's never seen me do that.
Right.
Right. That is genetics. That is biology.
That's what I'm saying.
And male children had a natural tendency to like WWF when Corey and I were children.
Yeah,
WWE
sure.
when Rob was.
Yeah.
Do you know why that happened, by the way?
World Wildlife Federation.
Foundation.
Whatever.
Yeah, they have the trademark, and they sued the WWF and won.
That's crazy to me, by the way.
And yeah, because they're a much bigger and more profitable organization, but they didn't have the trademark. And if you go back and watch archived footage, like WWE now has a streaming platform where you can go watch Royal Rumble 1
Sure.
or WrestleMania 1. Mm-hmm. They've superimposed the logo WWE on like everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Oh, man. I was going to ask that
man.
earlier, too. That's great.
That's
I'm glad
such
you
a
brought that
hard
up.
question for me. I had so many.
Me too. It's hard for me too. I really think it's so generic, and I feel bad saying it.
If you say Hulk Hogan, we have a problem.
Before NWO, you weren't old enough.
All right.
But Hulk Hogan was an American hero, and Hulk Hogan and
There's a lot of truth in that statement, buddy.
Okay.
like in that era, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and Jake the Snake Roberts were definitely like my guys. But I think if I were going to go a non-Hulk Hogan answer, I think it was Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good answer.
In my heart of hearts, I feel like it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I fucking love Stone
Yeah.
Cold Steve
Like,
Austin.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
there was anything that like formed me more than just the whole WW, the Attitude Era in general.
If there's ever a wrestler who's an Appleboy,
Yeah, it's
it's
motherfucking
fucking
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah,
Like, let's get a couple fucking Miller Lights and go to fucking town.
Yo, whoever was Stone Cold Steve Austin's beer thrower guy,
Oh yeah,
He was on point.
that
Always.
dude is in the fucking MLB at this point.
He needs to be in the WWF Hall of Fame.
No shit.
I was at the Survivor Series in Detroit when I lived in Michigan when Stone Cold Steve Austin got hit by the car when he was
Really?
supposed to wrestle Vince McMahon. Yeah, I was there. It was awesome.
I bet.
It was very sad that Stone Cold wasn't able to come out and wrestle.
Yeah, that sucks.
I did meet one of my other favorite wrestlers at that though, because my dad had like these like pre-show like VIP things or whatever. Like we had like a dinner in like the backstage area, or it was just like a buffet with like chicken tenders and shit. But Al Snow ended up coming in. Do you guys remember Al Snow? Yeah.
I don't, but
He came out. His whole thing was that like he was like fucking crazy, and he came out with a mannequin head that he just called Head. And he would come up and he'd like jump up on the turnbuckles. He'd hold the fucking mannequin head up, and then he'd just start head banging with himself and the mannequin head at the same time, and the crowd went fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
He's such a nice guy.
Rob, are you old
That's
enough
cool.
to remember Triple H before he was Triple H and The Rock before he was The Rock?
Yes,
You're not Rob.
I
You're
don't.
Corey.
I know.
I know you're old enough. You're the same age as me.
I don't know if I really don't actually.
So before Triple H like became Triple H,
he
he
was,
was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
and he was a
Yeah.
fucking just he sucked.
He was an aristocrat, and he was definitely a heel. Like he came out in the like fancy. What would you call that type of shirt?
It's a ruffled shirt.
But like it has to have a formal name.
I've
right?
always only ever called it a ruffled
All right,
shirt.
well, he came out with a ruffled shirt and a top coat type deal and these fancy pants, and he would sometimes come out in like a Cruella de Vil style car, like I don't know what those are called. And I remember one time, like the storyline was he got like thrown into a pile of pig shit or something.
Yeah.
Like because he's an aristocrat, and like that made him like a man of the people, of the poor people, because he lost and he got thrown into the pig shit. And then before The Rock became The Rock, he was Rocky Maivia, which was his dad's like wrestling moniker, I guess. And there's a show called Young Rock, which basically tells the story of The Rock before he became The Rock, and it's
When
like-
he was young.
it's like loosely based in reality.
very cool.
But I remember Rocky Maivia being like
Just awful.
the most generic fucking person
Yeah,
you
no,
could ever
he
be.
was-
He
he
had
was-
no like personality whatsoever.
He was the real life Glass Joe, if you remember that from Punch Out, where it was the first guy you fought. It was
Yep.
an automatic win, and it was a stepping stone to the next level. That's what
I
he
see.
was for
Okay.
like 2-3 years. Then he joined the fuck was the African nation thing that they
I
had
remember
for a
what
little
you're
while.
talking about, but I don't
It
remember.
had
what
like
it's called.
Farouk and
Yeah.
the Domination Nation.
Something like that.
The Nation of Domination. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
The Nation of Domination. And everyone hated them too. They had like Mark Henry and Farouk and
Mark Henry, the strongest man in the world.
Everyone hated the African people. What else is new?
it was like a group of heels. Like the whole thing. Like they were not to be cheered for, basically.
I see that the WWE is problematic now.
Man, it was the 90s, you know?
I'm just fucking with you.
So you never answer. Who are your favorite wrestlers?
Man, I don't like thinking back. Like I remember a lot of Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Was-
I mean, I
was-
do too,
was a
but
fan.
like,
Yeah, he was never really a thing for
was
me.
he primarily WCW though?
Yeah, primarily.
At the time, he was WWE for me. So
I don't remember.
you-
I remember him
do you
in
not
WCW, but I don't remember him in WWE.
Man, I
Do
just
you not
remember.
remember the Monday Night Wars? Were you not like around for that?
No, I wasn't around for that.
Oh man, what the golden age of wrestling.
He
Speaking
came
of
out
Golden,
and
how about Goldberg
Oh,
Goldberg
God.
was great.
So I
and Goldust?
didn't
Goldust,
like
I
Goldust
I
was
very
didn't like
much.
Goldust
I was
either.
there for yeah.
What did he become? He changed.
He became Dusty Rhodes.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's
Dusty Rhodes
That
is a
can't
different
be real.
wrestler.
yeah.
that's his dad.
Yeah, but
no
Goldust didn't become Dusty Rhodes.
I'm pretty sure he
You're
did.
talking about the guy with the fucking face paint and shit.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, he eventually took like the paint off and stuff, and I think he just wrestled as like Dusty Rhodes Jr. or whatever.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just remember Goldust. I don't remember Dusty Rhodes Jr. So Eddie Guerrero used to come out in like a lowrider and shit, and that was cool. And I don't know. I was into that. I remember that.
I had so many that I cheered for. Like I love me some. I love me some Rey Mysterio Jr.
Oh, Rey Mysterio's great.
I was a big NWO Wolfpack guy.
I think my actual favorite wrestler was probably Ric Flair.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I loved. I didn't like Razor Ramon very much.
You didn't like Razor Ramon?
I did not like. I loved
Why?
Scott. I loved Scott Hall because it was
great.
It's the same character. I know, but it's just the way that they carried themselves.
Razor Ramon's little like curly thing in the front. I fucking loved that.
I'm so like gone too soon.
So,
Scott Hall's dead now. Rest in peace.
Listen, his chest hair.
Yeah, it's
puts
legendary.
Rob to shame.
It really does.
And that's saying something because Rob's got some fucking chest hair.
He sure does.
I think my actual favorite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Undertaker gets points for longevity. I loved The Undertaker the entire time, but like the fact that he did it for such a fucking long time.
I mean, it was like 25, 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time.
Do you guys remember? You probably don't, Rob. I'm sorry. You remember SummerSlam 95, Corey?
Yeah, when I was fucking 2. Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, if you want to give me some more context, then yeah, probably.
Lex Luger, body slam Yokozuna.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do.
SummerSlam 95.
Hell yes, I do. I watched that live.
Like in person?
No.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I've been to 3 wrestling pay-per-views in my life.
Yo, if there's one that ever comes like to town or pretty close to it, you guys
let's
wanna
go.
Dude,
Yeah.
Raw comes through here all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll go next time.
Okay.
For sure.
Yep. So
are we going to be wrestling people now? My brother's like super into it.
I
can't get back into it. I've tried because I never wanted to get out of it. I don't know why I fell out of favor with wrestling. And
so when it became when the rivalry between the two companies stopped and they just became one, that's when I stopped. I was like, I miss the.
It's kind of back though because people who are wrestling fans are into AEW. Well, I was actually looking at the way
WWE owns AEW too. They own everything, man.
The same. So I was looking at do they really?
Yes.
WWE owns AEW?
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, who is like the COO or whatever at WWE.
He's going to take over because Vince McMahon's...
No, his daughter is taking over. Yeah.
Which is married to Triple H.
Are they married?
Yeah.
I remember she's married to a wrestler. I don't remember.
She's married to Triple H.
Okay, whatever.
I think that's right, yeah.
It's 100% right.
Like Triple H is over AEW. Stephanie McMahon is going to be over WWE along with whoever the current president of operations is or whatever.
All right. Well,
is it Shane?
Either way,
no, it's not Shane.
Goldust is currently
have you watched him wrestle?
Back when I was younger, yes.
No, so recently, like
no,
in the past couple, Shane McMahon, his son, dude, he is fucking crazy.
I'm sure.
Like actually,
like how? Could you not
like
be?
he jumps off of like the top of the cage and shit. Like he's crazy.
Like
no,
Mankind?
I haven't seen that at all.
Oh man, Mick Foley, what a legend.
Mick Foley is a legend.
The Mandible Claw.
Oh man,
Do you remember the time in the Royal Rumble
Cactus Jack
when he came
I didn't
out?
like Cactus Jack as much, but Mankind was fucking legendary.
So do you remember the Royal Rumble where he came out as Mankind and got eliminated? And then he came out as Dude Love and got eliminated. And then he came out as Cactus Jack and got eliminated. And then I think he just came out as Mick Foley. It may have been, the order may be mixed up there because I think Mankind ended up winning the Royal Rumble that year. But he came out as like 5 different characters in the Royal Rumble.
I don't remember that, but that's fantastic.
I don't either.
I just remember fucking Sacco.
Oh, yeah.
I love that shit, man.
Absolutely.
That and the guy with the fucking snake.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Is that the guy with the snake on
Oh,
his
you're
hand?
talking about Mick Foley?
No. Sacco is... I know what Sacco is. But no. There's a guy with a fucking snake on his hand. It was kind of like a Mick Foley callback.
No, Jake the Snake Roberts was pre-Mick Foley. He came out with a python in a bag, and like his finishing move was like, I knocked you out, now I put a fucking snake on you, and you're like freaking out, but it's a real snake.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I wasn't around for that. Maybe this is like newer era shit, but
Man, have you thought back to like classic era wrestlers and just like thought about how crazy some of those characters were?
I
Like,
have.
like Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
I fucking love Brutus the Barber Beefcake and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
And
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter. So I didn't like Sergeant Slaughter the wrestler.
Yeah,
I fucking loved Sergeant Slaughter on G.I. Joe. He was like a regular character on the G.I. Joe stuff.
yeah.
It was fucking incredible.
Wow.
Like everything permeated each other in the 80s and 90s.
It was great.
That's
You
true.
would have one of my favorite things. There's no chance you remember this.
No.
But you might, Corey.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
pointed at Rob. You don't remember this. Corey, you do.
Probably.
So there was an anti-drug campaign called Cartoon All-Stars
Oh yeah.
where they brought in fucking all the best characters from all the best cartoons. You had the Ninja Turtles, you had Alf, you had like Bugs Bunny, and it didn't matter what company owned the intellectual property, right? It wasn't all Disney stuff. It wasn't all Warner Brothers or whatever. It was all just an amalgamation of all the different best cartoon characters. And the show is like this brother and sister, and the sister's younger, and the brother has gotten into drugs, and it shows like his downward spiral as the drugs are ruining his life, and his sister's attempts to like reach him, and she can't do it on her own. So these cartoon characters come and help pull this boy out of his drug drawn it like spiral down into hell.
Out of his deep dark addiction.
Yep. So Cartoon All Stars.
Weed.
I'm pretty sure this was paid for by like the government, and I think they showed it in school. And I think they got the buy-in from all the kids because they wanted to watch it because it had all the cartoons characters.
Yeah, certainly.
But I'm pretty sure this was like out in the late 80s, early 90s. And I'm pretty sure
It was right
at-
around the same time because it like didn't they show it at Dare things? I want to say.
I don't remember if
I'm
they
not
did or
sure.
not, but I think it was sponsored by a president's wife. I'm looking it up right
Reagan.
now.
It was Reagan.
Yeah, I think so.
It had to be.
It-
Yeah,
it's called
Nancy Reagan is the
Fucking
one who
Nancy.
like did the whole war on drugs thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue. It was released in 1990, so around the time that I thought. And
So that was during the Bush presidency.
the executive producer was Roy E. Disney, which is
No relation.
Walt's brother.
Oh, really?
Oh, never mind. Relation.
Never mind
yes.
relation.
It was financed by McDonald's.
But this motherfucker's last name is
Are you
Disney,
shitting
and you're
me?
like, no relation.
Well, there's a fucking place in like fucking Kansas called Disney or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was
It's not a person though.
No. It was named after like the governor at the time.
it was financed by McDonald's.
That's right.
And
It was a Jeopardy question the other day. Fuck off.
the musical number "Wonderful Ways to Say No" was written by Academy Award-winning composer Alan Menken and lyricist Howard Ashman, who also wrote the songs for Disney's The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin.
That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, man. It was a big deal.
They had like
The early 90s were a wild time.
big voice actors, and
Yeah, you missed
everything
out on
like
so
that.
much.
I guess so.
Like, do you remember good Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
Do you though?
I think so.
But do you?
Yeah, with big titty April O'Neil.
Yeah. So the video opened with an introduction from President George H.W. Bush with First Lady Barbara Bush and their dog Millie.
That's an important detail.
I see.
Hey Corey,
Hey, Josh.
do you remember our friend Brad?
Hell to the yeah, I do.
Shout out Brad.
Big shout out to Brad.
Did you actually first? Don't answer this, Corey. Rob, are you aware that in 2023, the year of our Lord 2023, the band Pantera is going back on tour?
I had no fucking idea. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it's happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's
Corey,
playing guitar?
were you aware of that?
Yes, I'm fucking aware of that.
Okay. So your question, Rob, is relevant. So Brad would like to know, Corey, what your thoughts are on this.
So I don't know if they could have chosen a better fill-in for both Dimebag Daryl and Vinny. But man, it's fucked up is what it is.
Okay.
So Zach Wilde is going to play guitar.
Okay, that's... you know what? I don't like it, but it makes sense.
I don't like that they're touring as Pantera. So like Phil Anselmo has been doing this thing called the vulgar display of Pantera, where like he has a rotating group of musicians that he does Pantera songs, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just like I saw Prophets of Rage, not Rage Against the Machine, where it was all the original members of Rage Against the Machine minus Zach De La Rocha. They had Be Real from Cypress Hill and Chuck D from Public Enemy as the lead singers. It was good, but it was not Rage Against the Machine, and they didn't tour as such. Just like Pantera is not fucking Pantera without Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Darrell.
I mean, I could argue with the Rage Against the Machine part of that, because really when it comes down to it, like, yeah, Zach De La Rocha is like a big part of the band.
Dude, he's the driving force.
No, I disagree.
I don't. I saw it live.
Okay.
Zach De La Rocha is like the front man, much like Dimebag Darrell is the guitar player for Pantera.
I agree with the Dimebag Darrell part. I don't agree with the Rage Against the Machine part.
Why?
Because the rest of the band is important. If you're taking the same message and substituting a different singer, it's still the same thing. Also, they're back on tour with the original band.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine is now touring again as Rage Against the Machine because they are Rage Against the Machine.
Right.
Once again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that, like, now that we're seeing Lamb of God without Chris Adler, it's no longer Lamb of God?
No.
So they're still fine.
Yeah.
Slipknot is missing like a quarter of the original lineup.
Yeah, three or four members. Gwar doesn't have any of the original members.
See, that I feel like is different.
How?
Gwar is different because it's
not really about the music.
Gwar is about
I understand. It's performance art.
It's the art.
I get it.
It's not the people.
That's fine.
I this is weird. So I'm not in the same music that you guys are into.
The drummer that they picked for the Pantera reunion, I don't remember his name, and I'm so sorry that I don't, but it's the guy from Anthrax.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Gwar for me, I didn't know who they were. I'd heard of them, but I started researching them more after you guys went and saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I associate Gwar with, like, I have similar feelings of what I see them as to Jabberwockies.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like the dance group where it doesn't matter who's behind the mask. It's the message.
You know that, like, that meme that's like, oh man, what is it? It's like a quote from the Winter Soldier, like the new show that's on Disney Plus. It's like he's out of line, but he's right. And that's exactly how I feel about what you just said. Because you're not wrong when it comes to that. I don't know.
Fucking Jabberwockies? Are you kidding me?
So I'm trying to see your point, because I legitimately try to understand every point of view whenever it comes to discourse in conversation. And I think about one of my favorite bands of all time that I haven't listened to as much recently, but System of a Down without Surge is not System of a Down.
Correct. It's the same thing.
Linkin Park without Chester Bennington is not fucking Linkin Park.
That I agree with. I don't agree with Rage Against the Machine.
I don't understand how.
I don't either.
Zach De La Rocha has a very unique voice and vocal cadence, much like Surge from System of a Down.
I haven't heard Cypress Hill's vocalist with Rage Against the Machine, but I could see it
have. And he was fucked up on stage. And
I bet he was. It's the vocalist from Cypress Hill.
He forgot the words to Down Rodeo at one point.
That's fantastic, first of all.
And he just kind of like stopped and like looked over at Tom and was like, give me a second. And the band just kind of like kept like repeating the same part in the verse over and over and over again. And eventually he was like, okay, I got it. And then like he got back into it. And like, it was fine. It was a great show. I got some great merch from that show too. I got a hat that says Make America Rage Again that looks just like a MAGA hat. And then I also got a blue T-shirt that has the
Does it have a flat bill?
Well, I curve all of my bills, so
You
there's that.
can't wear that hat without a flat bill.
About 6 inches off my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people, so I wore that hat to Voodoo Fest in 2016, and I had a bunch of people walk up to me like, fuck yeah, man, Trump. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you right now. Whatever, man. Okay.
At Voodoo Fest?
Yeah.
Really?
Buddy, it's a music festival, yes.
That were like, fuck yeah, bro, Trump? I've never seen
Yeah.
any, like, Trumpians at music festivals. Like,
How many music festivals have you gone to that have not been a specific genre of music?
2.
And how long ago were those?
Like 2 years ago.
And you had 0 people be like, fuck yeah. Well, were you wearing anything that looked
I
like Trump
wasn't.
memorabilia?
No, I wasn't.
Well, there you go.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't know, man.
This was also in 2016.
Yeah, that's fair. In all fairness, in 2016, I might as well have been like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, Trump. He's different.
Oh, no.
I was very anti-Hillary at the time.
That's incredible.
I was like, those fucking emails. It was a weird time for me because that 2016 to 2017 is when I discovered that liberalism was the way.
I voted for whoever the libertarian guy was.
Me
I
too.
I don't even remember what his name was.
Feel the Johnson.
There you go. Gary
Gary
Johnson.
Johnson.
That's right.
Me
yeah.
too.
Out of,
Nice.
where was he? Arizona, I think.
I don't
Like that.
I don't fucking know where he was from, but his campaign was literally hashtag Feel the Johnson.
Yeah.
And he was feeling it. And I agree with you. I could not, in good conscience, vote for Hillary, but I also couldn't vote for grab her in the pussy.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
I didn't vote in 2016. I voted in 2020.
I did vote. I
Yeah.
voted for Gary Johnson.
As did I. But I also, as I was saying, got a blue T-shirt that had the Democratic National Convention logo on it. It says, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. That was at the Prophets of Rage show, which was not Rage Against the Machine.
Very different bands. I
Real
understand.
weird. AWOL Nation opened up in that show.
Nice.
Like, man, what a weird dynamic that was.
How long ago was that? 2016?
That was in 2016, yeah. That was the summer of 2016.
Yeah, that checks out. They got bigger after that. AWOL Nation,
They got
like,
bigger than Sale?
yeah.
Really?
AWOL Nation was like very popular for like,
For
I'm
fucking who?
thinking of Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, that's a lot different.
That is very different.
No, they're not.
Imagine Dragons has more multi-platinum whatever songs than any other band ever.
I think we talked about this actually, that they're one of like 3 people ever that have a diamond record.
They're the same fucking
No, they have
band.
like 6 diamond records.
Yeah, that's right. They have like, it's what, however many they have, they're like one of 2 people ever to have that many diamonds.
Whatever, man. Imagine Dragons fucking sucks.
They just don't know what kind of band they want to be.
I agree.
Yeah, they're trying to be like the Vanilla Ice Cream of bands, which leads me to, you remember at trivia when
Yeah.
So I play a Tuesday night trivia every week. I do bar trivia. I've done it for a long time. In Panama City, Florida, I did it at TGI Fridays for like 10 years. And then when I moved here, I was, for a short period of time, I didn't have anywhere to play trivia. And I was very sad. And then a brewery right around the corner from my house, they now have Tuesday night trivias. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going. And so I've been playing pretty religiously. And this past week, my fiance is out of town at a conference in Las Vegas. My other friends that I normally go with are very busy at work and they're like working through the night kind of stuff. So I text Robert and I say, hey, do you guys want to go to trivia with me tonight? And Robert's like, yeah, sure. Let me talk to my girlfriend, make sure she's cool with that. But yeah, I'm sure we're probably in. So we get there. We're doing our thing. We are not doing great in the first half. We roar back like a phoenix in the second half, which is pretty normal for me. Like once I start drinking, drunk memory kicks in and I'm very good at trivia.
That's true.
We have a round called the Mixing Things Up round is what they call it. And this week's Mixing Things Up round was ice cream based. They read out facts about ice cream and we had to tell them what flavor it was. First question. What is Baskin Robbins's most popular flavor?
Cookie dough.
What did you say, Robert?
I think I said butter pecan, which, looking back, was kind of a dumb answer.
Is it vanilla?
It's vanilla somehow.
I
Somehow.
immediately, like, as soon as the question was right, I was like, it's vanilla. And both Robert's girlfriend and Robert argued, like, back and forth about this to me constantly. Second question.
Hang on. That's probably the right answer, and I understand. And I would have very quickly agreed with you that, like, yeah, that's the right answer. Because after I said cookie dough, I was like, most popular, the one they sell the most is definitely vanilla. But that's such a fucking vanilla answer.
No doubt. But
you're
like
right.
at the base
I'm
of
with
human
you.
existence, everyone wants just what's familiar, right? And who's not familiar with vanilla?
Yeah. Yep.
Second question. What is Rihanna's comfort food?
Mint chocolate chip.
That's a good answer.
Good answer. Good. We're gonna give you the Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer. Then the third question is,
Was that right?
no.
No.
What was the answer?
I'm gonna get there. Don't
Okay.
worry.
That would be an X on the board.
Yeah, that would be. And Steve Harvey would be like, "Damn, that was a good answer though."
Why did you say it was a good answer if it was the wrong answer?
Because I wanted to give you
that's
the
what
Family
everyone-
Feud.
yeah,
That's
that's what everyone says.
Anything you say on Family Feud.
Okay.
You could
Yeah.
be like butthole. And
Good
then
answer.
Steve,
Good answer.
Steve Harvey would give you the eyes and be like, "Let's see butthole."
Yeah, he'd be fucking walking around on stage and good Lord Almighty.
He'd lean on the counter, like exhale, and like put his hand over his heart, like,
All right, now.
oh Lord,
You
okay,
you really said butthole.
you said that.
You said butthole.
Okay, let's see butthole.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the third question?
Third question. Based off, I think it was Newsweek. I want to say was the periodical that they quoted.
the third most.
It's the
best.
third most popular behind vanilla and chocolate. What is the third most popular flavor of ice cream in America?
Vanilla chocolate swirl.
Yep.
So to that question, that's the one you were like, butter pecan. I was like, I mean, I could maybe see that old people do be loving butter pecan. I was like, but
Yo,
I have played.
Don't call me old. I fucking
I-
love butter pecan.
Me too. I love butter pecan.
But
Butter
I was
pecan
like,
and mint chocolate chip.
I don't care. Listen, I love butter pecan. You know what else I love?
What?
Butter pecan.
Nice.
I like them both
nice.
equally.
What's the proper
It depends.
pronunciation for the?
It depends on. It's one of those tomato things.
It's a pop soda thing.
potato.
No, well, no, it's not a pop soda thing. I'm just saying, like, well, I guess it is, but for the area, is it pecan or pecan?
It is.
Pecan.
So this is such a melting pot of people right now.
Yep.
Because we got
Yeah.
a bunch of people from California migrating and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Prevalent majority is pecan.
Okay.
If you get to South Carolina and you don't say pecan,
There's a fucking problem.
You might be getting lynched, buddy.
you might end up in a noose.
You
So-
ain't from
And they've
around
got
here,
them.
are you?
They've got them handy over in South Kakalaki.
No shit.
So I look
Shout out
at
South Kakalaki.
I look at Rob and his girlfriend, and I say, I have played bar trivia a long time. I can assure you the answers to this round. The first one is vanilla. The second one is chocolate. The third one is strawberry. And they're like, vanilla, really? Bestseller at Baskin Robbins nationwide? I'm like, yes. Like, unequivocally, yes. And they're like, third most popular flavor, strawberry. I'm like, what is in fucking Neapolitan ice cream?
I mean-
vanilla, chocolate, and a strawberry.
So Rihanna's favorite being chocolate makes sense.
Why? Because she's black.
Because she's from Barbados,
No.
and that's where the cacao bean comes from.
Cacao.
Okay, fuck you both. Chocolate's great,
You're not wrong.
but vanilla being the best was
It's not best. It's most popular.
whatever. Same shit.
You know what Superman ice cream is?
No.
Superman, these hoes.
Superman ice cream was my favorite as a child.
It's colorful vanilla.
It is colored vanilla ice cream. It has red, blue, and a yellow.
And it's just vanilla with colors.
I went to a place in Tampa called Dough, next to an eatery called Dats, where they have a donut ice cream cone. It's delightful. If you're in the area,
That
you
sounds
should go
great.
there. The ice cream cone costs like $15.
Cardiac arrest.
Holy shit.
They include like 6 scoops of ice cream in it, though. It's absurd. But they have a Galaxy ice cream
That's
that
too
is
much.
black in color with like sparkles in it. Guess what that is?
Is it just vanilla?
It's just fucking vanilla.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was right, and I flexed my trivia muscles hard. We were in first place going into the last round, and then we fucked up.
Hey, listen.
Anyway,
When you did that, I need you to be honest.
yeah,
Did your pee-pee enlarge a little bit?
no,
Did you get engorged
I don't get that excited about trivia anymore.
anymore?
Back in
have
the
before?
day, yes. No, there have been many times where my machismo was flaring.
We are running out of time. Therefore,
We would love for you guys to join our Discord at discord.gg/Appleboys and engage in the community. Let us know what you think about the show. Give us some topics to talk about because we're fucking running out of shit.
we're never going to run out
I mean, that's
because
fair.
life happens and
You're
we're
not-
going to
you're
have
not
life
wrong.
to talk about.
You're not wrong, but
A
I
lot
would
of
like
this is
to.
recent.
I would like to not have just organic material. I would love to be
More structure.
a voice of the people.
Yeah. I don't completely disagree, but I also like how organic this is. However, what I was going to ask you guys to talk about, if you join us in Discord or if you hit us up on social at Appleboys Pod, is what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Is it vanilla or chocolate or strawberry, or is it something else? And I'd just like to know. And
Also, what do you just like panic order at a Baskin Robbins?
panic orders for me are either butter pecan or cookies and cream.
Mint chocolate chip instead of cookies and cream.
Oh,
for me.
no.
But
No mint.
all right.
Fuck mint.
I am I like the peanut butter cup stuff often.
Oh yeah, man. Brewster's has this
yeah,
peanut butter cup.
that Buckeye stuff.
yes.
Oh yeah, buddy.
That one's good.
That
I
one's
come everywhere
So
every time I
fucking
eat
good.
it.
He's
Yeah,
like
that one's really
Arnold.
good.
He's coming everywhere.
Yeah.
I would like it in a large shake. Ah.
Yeah. No, that one's good. And Death by Chocolate, which is just chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
I'm not
like that
the
one
biggest chocolate fan.
I like me some chocolate. Don't get me wrong.
I like chocolate. Okay, I don't dislike chocolate.
Oh, I love it. I really do.
but I don't want chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
So there
on chocolate.
was at Brewster's one time, me and my fiance, they had this vanilla eclair flavor that was just out of this world.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
She still talks about it to this day. We had it like a year and a half ago, and she's still like, I wish they had that vanilla eclair.
What we're trying to say though is, please join us. Discord.gg/Appleboys. This is a plead to you. If you're listening,
One of us.
One of us. One of us. All right. But if you're still listening at this point, like, please join. And if you're a podcaster and you listen, which I feel like is probably at least 40% of our audience.
That's ambitious.
I'm not kidding. Like, podcasters
Josh has been
help
on
podcasters.
the Twitter horde.
If you're a
recruiting.
podcaster listening, join our Discord because a few reasons. Number one, I have a channel. We have a channel. Sorry. I didn't mean to say I. That's
Fine.
That was
No,
selfish.
that's
No.
you're not wrong, really. I
have
am
a
I do.
channel.
I do administrate the
you
server.
and are also maybe
Yeah.
the most active member.
We
So-
don't have administrator. I just
that's fine, but
do we?
no, we don't.
Okay, that's fine.
I treat the Appleboys like
I've
a
tried.
marriage. Like, my stuff is your stuff. What's mine is yours.
I thought you
Till
were going a
death
different
do us
direction
part.
there.
But yeah, but you
I
still got
definitely just said till death do us part.
I will fish.
I'm not
you
even fucking drunk,
until
but
death do us
Till
port.
death do us part, I will fish for you.
I mean, the thing about marriage is you've got some secret shit in there, though.
Huh? The butthole pleasures?
Yeah. You keep that to
do-
yourself.
No, I
Really?
I talk about it on the
About your butthole
podcast.
pleasures?
If you're a podcaster, we have a channel in our Discord called #podcastplugs. That channel exists specifically so that you can come into our Discord server and promote your podcast. So our audience can become your audience, and your audience can become our audience. Because what we want to cultivate is a community of similar podcasts. Similar doesn't necessarily mean they're all the same. It means we all want the same things. We want to be friends. We talk about people who we would hang out with in real life. And that's the thing. That's where we're at.
Long story short, the Appleboys want to plug you, and we want you to plug us.
And we are down with buttholes.
I love
we
buttholes.
love buttholes.
Butt plugs is what we're talking about.
Plug us with your...
Plug the butt.
Yes.
Butt the plug.
The hole doesn't need to be active.
Hashtag butt plugs.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's get it trending on the Twitters.
Hashtag butt plugs.
It would be great if we had so many members in our Discord that it was just gaped. Thanks for listening tonight.
There's a gaping hole in our Discord.
I'm with Cory on this one.
Happy tonight.
Happy tonight.
Happy tonight.
You've been listening to the Appleboys podcast. I know. We're badass. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. Thank you for listening, especially premium subscribers. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hook up with us on Discord at discord.gg/Appleboys, on the website at appleboys.us, and Twitter and Facebook at AppleboysPod. Happy tonight.